Welcome back, everybody. We're here to pull cards for September the 9th. I am going to be pulling one card for overall energy. After that, we'll pull one card for each sign of the zodiac, and we'll see how those energies blend together to look at our predictions for the day. If you know your sun sign, you can get a little juice out of a reading like this. If you know your ascendant, you can actually find out quite a bit about one of the themes going on during your day today. Let's see what overall energy shows up as. Oh, Three of Arrows showing up in reverse. This is one of those cards that is much better in reverse than right side up. Three of Arrows in reverse talks about overcoming some kind of heartbreak or heartache or general unhappiness. So overcoming it. So if something happened that was disappointing to us, then this talks about finding a solution to that or finding an alternative to that that helps us to not be so bothered by whatever that disappointment was. So just for an example, like if we got turned down for this job that we really, really, really wanted, then later on we applied for another job and then we figured out that that other job actually is every bit as good as the one that we really, really, really wanted. That would be something like a Three of Swords in reverse if we got that other job. Okay, so something like that. We're doing something that gets us over the hump about a disappointment and helps us to put that in the past. Let's see what this has to do with today for each sign. All right, Aries. Well, that's pretty on the nose. This is my morning card. Obviously sad, very sad card. So basically, this could potentially be, but I don't feel like it is for most of you. This could potentially be grief, that you're doing something that helps you to process the grief and to move through it more healthily. Maybe you're doing some kind of ceremony in remembrance of a person, but I really don't feel like that's the majority of you, Aries. I really feel like Spirit is saying, yes, yes, Aries has definitely had something that has made them feel very sad. That's what we're getting over. It's almost like both of these cards are saying the same thing. And so that just sort of emphasizes or highlights or puts an exclamation point behind the message here that you're doing something that is allowing you to recover from some kind of great sadness or to process through it to get to the other side of it. All right. Let's see what comes up for Taurus next. Taurus, 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 Taurus. Okay. Knight of Arrows in reverse. So, Knight of Arrows in reverse to me talks about this idea of confusion. It talks about that we've been trying to make a decision and we've been trying to consider all factors as we make this decision. And, really what we would be better off doing is bottom lining it because we're making ourselves think in circles by just trying to factor in every single little detail. So with that Three of Arrows coming up in reverse in the overall energy, where we've had some confusion because we've been nitpicking a decision all completely apart, we're getting over that confusion. We are finding the solution that makes sense to us and we're making a decision and moving forward. Gemini. Moon on water. Gemini, you guys have had some kind of untapped potential that you've been um, suppressing. That's the word I'm looking for, that you've been suppressing for a while. There's something that, there's a lot of potential there, but you just have been holding back with it. Now we see with that Three of Arrows coming up in reverse, you're not holding back with it anymore. You're starting to tap into some of that untapped potential. Good for you, Geminis. Cancer. Nine of Vessels. Generosity, free-flowing energy. I love this card because you can just see all the energy radiating out from the person, radiating out from the cups. So this is really nice. This is another one that's kind of like Aries. It's sort of like a on the nose. This is kind of a repeat. This says that, we're getting over something that was disappointing. And as we're getting over that thing that was disappointing, what we're getting is something that is fabulous. It's probably better than what we could have dreamed or imagined before. Okay. So next, let's look at boop, ba-da-doo, doo, doo, doo. Let's look at Leo. Leo, 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 Leo. What do we have for you? Boop, ba-da-doo, doo, doo, boo-da-da-doo. This is interesting. You've got the Ace of Arrows in reverse. This has been a big player the last few days in our readings. What's going on here, Aries? Or not Aries. What am I saying? Leo. Still fire sign. This may have something to do with an Aries for some of you, but basically, what you're getting over is this idea that you've reached out to somebody, you've tried to communicate with them. Interesting. Really think you've tried to help somebody, but you're getting no response back. They're not receiving it. We are in Mercury retrograde, so it may be that they literally aren't receiving it, but if they could have a hardness of the heart issue where they're not receiving it because their heart is hard as well. Either way, what I'm hearing Spirit say to me as I look at this card is you can't save somebody from themselves. And so it seems to me that you have been trying to save somebody from themselves to some degree, and now you're starting to recognize that, you can't be all tied up in that. You can only be of assistance to somebody who actually is willing to receive assistance, able to receive assistance. And if they're not, it doesn't do you any good to be all balled up about it. All right, let's look at Virgo. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. Two of Vessels showing up in reverse. Oh, Virgos. There was something that you did feel attraction for, you were fascinated by, you wanted to spend more time participating in or talking with or whatever, whether it's a situation, a person, an activity, you were really drawn to this. Well, guess what? There was something with this that was not happiness making. Otherwise, we wouldn't have that Three of Arrows in reverse. And now you're getting past that unhappiness from whatever this was that you were drawn into or crushing on or whatever. You're getting over that unhappiness because you're starting to realize that, you know what, I'm not really that fascinated by that person or that activity or that situation anymore. In fact, I'm not so sure I really want to have that in my life at all. So this is allowing you to get over some kind of heartache or heartbreak around whatever that was for you. Next up, we're looking at Libra. Libras. You guys have the Queen of Vessels. This is somebody first of all, that you're interacting with. Is this helping them get over it, or is this what they're getting over? Okay. So I think you're getting over some kind of interaction that you've had with a Queen of Vessels type person. And this is somebody who is um, very tuned into their own feelings. And they're also very tuned into other people's feelings. In fact, sometimes they understand other people's feelings better than the person themselves. They're strongly empathic. And especially with an air sign, like you guys, if you have strong Libra in your charts, then you may be sort of out of touch with your feelings. This person may be more in touch with your feelings than you are. It's not uncommon to have that go down like that. But there's been some kind of interaction with this person. And I think that's what you're getting beyond, you're getting over. And because this person is so familiar with not only their own feelings, but also other people's feelings, um, the dark side of that is that they know how to push buttons. And this person may have pushed your buttons in the past. Okay. Now, for others of you, it could be that your interaction with somebody like this is actually what's helping you put something in the past that had hurt your heart. Okay. But I really feel like for a lot of you, it was an interaction with someone like this that hurt your heart. Maybe you've got somebody else like this that's making it better. I don't know. I don't know. But I do feel like this is someone like this that hurt your heart. All right, let's look at Scorpio. Scorpio. Four of Vessels, boredom, pity party. Not feeling like we're doing enough, offering enough. That's what we're getting over. If we've been feeling like we haven't really been living to our full potential lately, we're getting unstuck from that. We're getting unstuck from that and we're moving forward. Sagittarius, you're up next. Sagittarius, Ace of Vessels. Ace of Vessels. Do, 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 do. This is interesting, Sagittarius, because I think you've had something in the past that had you feeling really blue or down in the dumps. And this Ace of Vessels is something, it's a new fascination, it's a new interest. It can be a person, an activity, or a situation that's fascinating you or drawing your interest into it. But that is actually the word that I'm hearing is distracting you from this old heartache that you've been carrying around. And I am hearing that it's an old heartache. It's not something fresh. Not still trying to stop the bleeding or anything. Lots of scar tissue there. This is distracting you from that. Okay. Next up, we're looking at Capricorn. Page of Bows in reverse. Somebody said something to you, Capricorn, that it kind of hits your self-esteem. Made you really question, if you are everything that you think you are, or everything that you present yourself to be to the world. If you're really as happy as you think you are. Somebody made you question that. You're getting beyond that now. You're realizing, hey, wait a second. Who knows my truth? I know my truth. Thank you very much. All right, next up, we're looking at Aquarius. What do you have? Ooh, nice card. Totally appropriate for Aquarius, too. The Wanderer. Beginning something new. Brand spanking new. And not really necessarily being sure about what you're doing. Like there may not be a whole lot of logic backing this up. And I know you guys really like your logic, but you just know that you know that you know that you know that this is the right thing to do right now. And so starting off on this new thing is helping you get beyond something that did not feel so good emotionally before. All right, next up we are looking at Pisces. Pisces, Pisces. By the way, Aquarius, I think this new thing is going to be taking you to another level, a higher level. So I don't know if it's in your career life, your family life, I don't know what it is, but I do think it's taking you to a new level. All right, Pisces, let's get back to you guys. Seven of Stones, healing. So some of you Pisces could literally be healing from some kind of physical 3D ailment. That could be what we're seeing here. Others of you, you could be healing from something that is more mental and emotional, or maybe even more spiritual. But we definitely have some healing coming into play here. And that healing has to do with helping you get past some kind of negative emotions or negative feelings, some kind of dissatisfaction or disappointment or jealousy or anger. This healing is allowing you to move past those things. So if you have been, feeling those things, obviously that's a mental and emotional healing, no doubt about it. It usually has a spiritual root. So you could be doing some spiritual healing to get past those things. And also, if you've been physically not feeling good for in whatever way, and you've been getting frustrated, angry, depressed about this, if you have a physical healing, then that helps heal up these emotions as well. So the bottom line here is that this is impacting your emotions, whether it's originating there or somewhere else in your being. It's impacting your emotions. Whatever this healing is that's coming in for you, Pisces, helps you to get your emotions back in a more grounded, stable, steady, higher vibing place. Okay. So that's what we have for today. Thank you all so much for stopping by and hanging out with me. I do appreciate every single one of you support just in viewership alone. But also, if you feel like this video could benefit somebody in your sphere of influence, please share it out with them. And of course, put comments down below if you have any feedback for me, and put a thumbs up on the video if you found it beneficial. All of this stuff helps me to get out to more people. And of course, the more people I help, the happier I am. I like to make that big ripple effect start happening. And also, I'm going to be doing readings and Reiki sessions online or on the phone today. If you want to set one of those up, all you have to do is get my contact information off of my website right there. And once you've got that, just reach out to me and we'll get you scheduled and taken care of quickly, quickly, quickly. By the way, I also do psychic mentoring if you're looking for a mentor. Okay, check out my website. Everybody have a fantastic day. Peace out.